we do is to distribute the spinach, which you're all so fond of. And then we proceed to eat that.
It's a good plan to get the speeches over first, and then you can get down to the real business of the day, which is, of course, to make short work of the bird. And this is what the children do, displaying no shyness in the presence of the President of the United States.
President Franklin Delano Roosevelt loved Thanksgiving, often celebrating the holiday alongside children who, like himself, had suffered from polio. But on November 23rd, 1939, while FDR was busy carving his bird, only half the country celebrated along with him. You see, for decades, the holiday was observed on the final Thursday in November. But in 1939, the last Thursday fell on November 30th. Now, at the time, the country was still dragging itself out of the Great Depression, and Roosevelt, a Democrat, feared that a shortened holiday shopping season would be bad for retailers. So he decided to issue an executive proclamation moving the holiday 1 week earlier. Now, although the move was designed to help the country, it divided it instead. Small businesses threw a fit, claiming the shift did nothing to help their bottom line, that it benefited only large retailers. College football coaches were livid. Many schools had scheduled big homecoming games for the original holiday, only to discover the games would now be played on a random weekday that was no longer Thanksgiving, and everyone would be at work. The move so angered one Arkansas coach that he threatened to change parties and vote Republican. Now, FDR's political adversaries pounced. Maine's governor refused to carve a turkey at a banquet scheduled on the new earlier date. He whipped a can of sardines out of his pocket and proceeded to eat them instead. The president's critics refused to call the new date Thanksgiving, instead referring to it as Franksgiving. Only 23 states went along with the switch. The other half remained opposed, sticking with the original Thanksgiving date. Some states, like Texas, couldn't make up their mind and ended up celebrating the old and the new Thanksgivings. The whole thing was a mess, so much so that the Three Stooges even took to mocking it.
Nobody home in that house either.
Where is everybody? Maybe it's the 4th of July.
The 4th of July in October?
You never can tell. Look what they did to Thanksgiving.
The controversy continued from 1939 to 1940 until 1941, when Congress passed and Roosevelt signed a resolution setting Thanksgiving as the 4th Thursday in November. So Thanksgiving has always been steeped in political controversy, whether it be the history, the holiday's origins, or the brouhaha with FDR, or even the polite disagreements we see around our own Thanksgiving tables. But this year we are seeing a first. After claiming victory over the war on Christmas, President Trump has moved to the idea that there is some sort of grand campaign to change the name of Thanksgiving. So now we have the Great War on Thanksgiving. Seriously, there's no evidence of that. No one is looking to change the name or change the date or do any of that. And at the end of the day, here's one thing we can maybe all be thankful for. There's never a dull day around here anymore.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.